when I took over, I saw that many of the issues which concerning the pensioners, industry level and also bank level are not being agitated in an effective manner. The State Bank of India pensioners, they are totally covered by one pension regulation, which is not a bipartite product, is a statute passed by the floor of the parliament. It covers from Deputy Managing Director to sub-staff. That regulation is effective with effect from the SBI Act 1955. But fortunately, I must mention about the history of this, that since 1806, we were having the pension facilities. That Bank of Bengal, Bank of Chennai, Bank of Bombay, Presidency banks, imperial banks, and today the State Bank of India. Till third bipartite agreement, the formula which was envisaged in the year 1806 have no problem to extend 50% of the basic pay on which employees retire as basic pay of the pension. But on fourth bipartite, it transpired that the Deputy Managing Director basic pay was 4,800, pension ceiling was 1,000. State Bank of India management in their own way repeatedly recommended Government of India to extend at least the 50% of the average basic pay as pension, which is envisaged in the SBI pension regulation. But it was denied. Ultimately, this federation had to approach the Supreme Court in the year 1987. And in the year 1989, the Supreme Court gave a ruling, defined the recommendation of the Bank and Government of India that there will be only one ceiling of 50%, that is 2,400. And along with this, we also got family pension in the line of the Government of India with effect from initially 1/1/1987. Finally, it was made effective from 1/1/1986. After this fifth bipartite agreement, that time it was continuing and it was finalized, but the Deputy Managing Director basic pay was enhanced to 7,550. They were having earlier ceiling of 2,400. And the bank then recommended, taking the spirit of the direction of the Supreme Court, that 50%, so 3,750, should be extended to the pensioners of State Bank of India. But unfortunately, it was also denied. The overall situation became aggravated when this 40/50 was introduced for the pensioners. On the same regulation, we do not have any such provision on the basis of an administrative order issued by government. Then bank repeatedly recommended. Again, it was rejected. In most of the time, the rejection of the government is that State Bank pensioners are getting 3-year retirement benefits. That we are getting contributory provident fund pension and gratuity. Entire batch of 7 bipartite, they were offered, entire banking industry, that notional basic pay will be 6 bipartite and they will be getting pension on the 6 bipartite. Unfortunately, in 2005, there was an agreement between IBA and UBU that all 7 bipartites will get the pension on 7 bipartite basic pay with effect from 2005, barring State Bank of India. Then we, this association federation, finally took up the case in the Supreme Court in 2011. Our petition was prepared by none less than the K. Venugopal, and it was vetted by Harish Salve. Unfortunately, on the final and penultimate date in the Supreme Court, the K. Venugopal didn't appear, and government pleaded to the Supreme Court that the case should be rejected. You know that if any case is rejected by the Supreme Court of India, you don't have any legal recourse in any court of law in India. But fortunately for us, that Supreme Court gave a direction. The case should be heard by a division bench, Delhi. The case was transferred in 2013. Then, since 2013 to 2016, dates were being shifted to one court to another court, another court. On 2016, this federation, we took it up before the division bench, which was then headed by Gita Mittal, that from 2011 to 2016, on an average, 5,000 pensioners expired. We submitted all details with the name and PF index. Looking at that, Gita Mittal, she was furious. She gave a direction to the government. You decide within 7 days or this court will take decision. After 7 days, date was fixed. Government came out with a notification that Murmu committee has been appointed by them to look after the problems of pensioners of State Bank of India. In the year 2017, Murmu committee gave a report. They extended 50% to the 5 by 5 bipartite retiree, which was initially rejected. They gave that entire batch of the 7 bipartite will get pension on 7 bipartite, which is from 2005, as already given to the other banks. But they continue to maintain that 40-50 should continue because we are getting 3 retirement benefits. Since 2016, the case was going on. This last hearing, that is on 31st July, then the September, it was 78th adjournment of the Leh High Court. 13th April, all of a sudden, Additional Solicitor General Mr. Sharma, he approached before the Honorable Court, look, sir, this is a very old case. Many pensioners are dying. You give 2 directions. One, you direct the plaintiff, that is the federation, to submit their grievances in writing to the Secretary Finance. 2, that you direct the Secretary Finance that you should form a committee, the look after the complaints or grievances submitted by this plaintiff and submit your report on 31st July, the next date of hearing. On 31st July, the government pleader came down that we are not ready with the report because they have referred the matter to the IBA Managing Committee to give reaction. Immediately court reaction was, when you are getting opinion from others, our direction you should also have an interview with the plaintiff, that is federation. On 9th August, we were called that is DFS, Parliament Street. Here, I should mention, this is the first of its kind that any representative from any pensioners fraternity or banking industry is called by a letter by the DFS, though it is under compulsive situation of the court. On 9th August, they directed us that only 3 persons can place and 1 will place before the committee. Myself and my President G.K. Gandhi and Delhi General Secretary P.K. Pato, we appeared. And on behalf of the bank, our DMD CDO O.P. Misra and the Chief Executive of IBA, who is heading the HR, he was also present. In that committee, in this time after this direction on 13th April, we submitted our grievances on 27th April. Government formed a committee. They gave 4 points, terms of reference. One, to look after the 40% problem of State Bank of India. Two, abolition of the 23/1, Rule 23/1, because we are getting pension because of the Rule 23. Amendment they have done, that is 23/1, that is to be passed. About this 40/50, it was made very clear to them that we are not getting 3 retirement benefits. That must be known. Many of us were under wrong notion that we are getting 3 benefits. During Shastri War, that offer was given to the all banks. Out of 3 superannuation benefits, you can take 2. State Bank management, who are they? What are they? Contributory Provident Fund, pension and gratuity. That is service gratuity. State Bank management or State Bank organization, they offered for contributory provident fund and pension. Then State Bank management wrote to Government of India to excuse them from paying the gratuity as per Gratuity Act 1972. But that is Government of India has said the Gratuity Act 1972 is a benevolent act. You cannot be made excused of it. You have to give it. So we are getting a statutory gratuity. Others are getting the service gratuity. Here is huge difference. We made it very clear that we are not getting 3 benefits. We also said all pensioners of State Bank of India up to scale 1 are getting 50%. All pensioners of entire banking industry are getting 50%. So by releasing this 50% to 17% leftover, people doesn't create any industry-wise ramification. So the government, the committee submitted the report before the court that yes, they want to release this. Now, here 2 questions comes. From when it will be paid? We are happy to say that 6th December, Banks Board has approved it with a request to DFS that as because it is a statute, need to be amended through the floor of Parliament. They want a authorization from DFS to release the fund. They should authorize the bank that before amendment you release this. This is the thing, it will remove a great disparity and a hardening problem of the 1993 onwards and to the seniors in particular. So far we could gather information that all likely it will be released along with the pension of January 2024 if everything goes normal. But here on $1 million question, the effective date. We want the let it be implemented first. And January 22nd is the date that the government is going to submit that their compliance report. But our petition is very clear. We have said that consequential benefit from the date of retirement. Thank you very much.